Hello and welcome to I Do in the Caribbean Facebook group. I hope everyone had a great holiday. I know I did. I actually spent um, Thanksgiving in St. Lucia, so I wanted to give you my review of this wonderful resort that I visited for the first time. So I wanted to give you my insight on Coconut Bay Beach Resort and Spa. Um, you know, Going to St. Lucia or spending the holidays in St. Lucia is really definitely different than being in the US because they don't say really celebrate the US holidays. So it's a little bit different, but it was fun because it was sunny and I didn't have to wear a coat. So all that was great. So, welcome, as I said, and if you're new to the group, welcome to I Do in the Caribbean group. I'm Sandra. I'm the admin for this Facebook group and also the YouTube channel if you ever watch me on YouTube. And what I do is try to share information that to help couples who are planning a destination wedding in the Caribbean or Mexico so they can actually make an informed decision if they have questions about getting married. And, most time people don't know where to begin or where to start or even what to do because there's always concerns about, can family member make it to the resort? What are the COVID requirements? There's a lot of things that you have to take into consideration when you're having a destination wedding. It's not just your wedding, but it's all the guests that you're inviting. You have to just make sure that they're going to have a good time. You're going to have a great time and make sure everyone can get to that location safely. With Corona and what's going, all that's going on, it puts a lot of pressure to me on the couple when you're planning this event because there's a lot of moving pieces that they have to think about, like with the new regulations and the new things that are in place. It's really hard to focus on your wedding when you have all these other COVID related items that you have to worry about. So this is something that I wanted to talk about. So I'm going to talk about my visit to St. Lucia. Let me just make this full screen so you can see. Great. So I am going to talk about the beautiful island of St. Lucia. So the travel protocols to get to St. Lucia is a little bit different from the rest of the islands. I mean, if you're fully vaccinated, that's great, but you really need to fill out your travel authorization form at least 7 days before travel because you have to fill out the form first at stlucia.org. So that's where all the instructions are to fill out the form. And then you have to get a COVID test within 5 days of travel date. So that's very important. It gives you time to get the results because you need a PCR test. So once you get your negative COVID test, then you have to go back to the St. Lucia .org and upload your negative COVID test, and then you will get your travel authorization form. This is very important because if you don't have a travel authorization, approved travel authorization form, or your negative COVID test, when you get to the airport, you cannot board the plane, and they will check this before you get on the plane. So it's very important that you bring all these print them and bring them with you to the airport. So that's the first thing about getting to St. Lucia is making sure that you do have you fill out the travel authorization form, get approval, and get a negative COVID test before you get to the airport. If you're thinking of getting married in St. Lucia, it's pretty easy to get married in St. Lucia. Most of the requirements are easier. You don't need a residency, meaning you don't have to be there like for 3-4 days before you can get married. You can get your license to get married within 24 hours of being on the island. And you need to be 18 or older. Otherwise, you need parental consent. You need a valid passport, your birth certificate. If you're divorced, your divorce decree. If you're widowed, your marriage certificate and death certificate. So these are the basic things you need to have a legal wedding in St. Lucia. If you're already married and you're celebrating like a vow renewal, I think all you need to bring is either a copy of your actual wedding certificate to show that you're already married. So it's really less of a requirement if you're just doing a vow renewal. But if you're doing a legal wedding, you don't need blood tests. You don't need any of those things. And I don't have the fee here, but I can get you what the fee is to fill out these required documents that you need to get your license. So coming to St. Lucia was very easy. From New York, it took us about 4.5 hours to get there because we had bad weather and it was a little bit windy when we were leaving. But it takes about 4 hours from JFK to the airport in St. Lucia, and you will land somewhere around here at the tip of the island where this green dot is where the main airport is, where most people fly in. If we're looking at Coconut Bay is really 10 minutes away from the airport. I think it's one of the closest resort to the airport, so it makes it so much easier when you fly in that the wait time is zero. It's 10 minutes from the airport to Coconut Bay. They do offer round trip transfer when you book. When you go to the when you book with Coconut Bay, they do offer you free round trip transportation to and from the hotel, so that's pretty nice. If you're coming to St. Lucia, you want to know what's available to do in St. Lucia. There's so many things you can do. I mean, there's zip lining, there's ATV tours, there's the famous Piton Mountains that people want to see, have pictures, take pictures in front of. There is the Sulphur Spring, which is their drive-through volcano. I think it's the only one in the world that they actually have a drive-through volcano that you can go. You can do a mud bath, you can go to waterfall. There's botanical garden. There is a lot of shopping you can do in the craft market. You can also go to local restaurants there. The food is very good, and there's a lot of activity that you can do. And there's a lot of activity right near where Coconut Bay is. So you don't really have to go too far to find things to do. So that's pretty good about where the resort is located and also where all the activities are. Coconut Bay Beach Resort and Spa. This is 3 resorts in one. So that's a good thing. If you come up here where these dots are, those are where you call Serenity. Serenity is adults only, 21 or over. Most likely it's mostly couples. This is where I would suggest if you're coming to St. Lucia to celebrate an anniversary, honeymoon, a special romantic getaway, or if you want luxury stay, you're going to be in one of these particular villas. They're like 36 villas. They're all butler service, meaning from the day you arrive to you leave, you have 24-hour butler service, 24-hour food. They give you a phone. They take care of all your needs. Each villa is individual. You all have a private plunge pool outside your room. It's completely gated. No one will come in the back unless you invite them in. So when the butler comes, there is a little, if they're bringing you food, they come from the back where the pool is, and there's a little opening that they can put the food in, and you never have to see them. So it's complete privacy. So to me, it's not ocean view, if you see where the ocean is over here, but it's like so secluded, so romantic. I mean, I would definitely want to stay there because I've seen the rooms and they're very beautiful, very modern. The service you get is impeccable. The food, the thing is, you stay at Serenity, you can eat at any one of the other restaurants here on the property. So that's Serenity. So that's 36 villas, individual villas for you to have that romantic honeymoon stay. You know, if you celebrate an anniversary, that's the place to be. If you come down here, here is Harmony, and Harmony is 18 and above. So if you're coming to the resort and you don't have kids, you don't want to be near the kids, this is the room block you would book. Harmony is only for, as I said, guests who are 18 and above. And right on the next side is the kids section. So if you're family friendly, multi-generation, you can book rooms over here. There's 250 rooms between each, so it's really not a big resort. They sit on like 85 acres. So if you look at this, there is so much property around the resort that it doesn't feel crowded. And I was there, and I'm telling you, there's so many small secluded places that you can go that you probably will never see anyone. I actually came by this pool over here. There's a pool over by the lazy river. There was nobody there. We had a pool to ourselves. So even though the resort has kids and has multiple type of guests, you can still find secluded places at this resort that you can really enjoy yourself. The other thing is, if you look, they have 1 mile of beach area here, and I would say it's really nice beach. The only issue I have, and I'll talk about that later, is that the beach had a lot of seaweeds on it. For some reason, there were just a lot of seaweeds coming out of the beach. So, and they did have someone there every day cleaning up the seaweed on the beach, but it was really a lot of seaweed that was there on the beach. So there are multiple pools, multiple places to have dinner. So, I do think this is really a nice family-friendly resort that offers everything for everyone. That it's, whatever your price budget is, you probably could find a comparable, a nice accommodation here. And also what the resort had to offer, it was just a lot, I think, for this resort. The bad, let me start with the bad first, because most time you go to resort and you go there and I talk about the good, but I have to talk about the bad because there are certain things I did not like about this resort that I'm going to say up front. Overall, I had a great time at the resort, but these things, I think if they upgraded or changed these things, this resort would be to me spectacular. The thing is, the biggest issue I had, I think, was with the room. All the rooms within Harmony and Splash are basically the same layout, the same everything. So, they said they have 6 categories, but I would say if you're on the ground floor, that's a category. If you're on the second and third floor, that's a different category. And if you go up higher, you get a higher category because you get more views of the ocean. But I mean, the rooms basically are the same. So for me, I didn't like that. I like an upgraded room where I can pick a room with a tub. There was no tub in any of these rooms. The showers, I really hated the shower. I felt like I was claustrophobic. When you go on a cruise ship and you have those small showers and you go in them, that's what the shower felt like. Even the shower head was like really not, it wasn't good. I just did not like the shower. I did not like the bed. I thought the bed was hard, or is it hard or it's very firm? I don't know which words you want to use. I just felt it was hard. And the pillows were not soft. I'm not sure what the material they put on the outside of the pillow. Like it was like a pillow protector on the pillows. And I found that it wasn't comfortable at all. It just felt uncomfortable. The pillows were just hard. The bed was hard and the pillows were uncomfortable. The shower was small. In the refrigerator, they only had water, like 5 bottled water in there. And they said you can ask the front desk and they'll put juices and beer in there. But for me, if I'm coming to a resort, I like to have those things. There's space in the refrigerator. Like, why do I have to ask for juice and beer to be delivered to the room? I never really even asked for it because I always forget. It's like all I saw was water in the fridge. As I said, the rooms were not luxurious. They're all the same. I could live if the beds were comfy and the pillows were good. I mean, the showers were small, and I just didn't like it. That's something I did not like about that resort. The other thing is, I got there on a Saturday, and Saturday was a great night to check in because they had Caribbean night. So it was a Caribbean buffet they had outside. So I thought the food was good. Coming from the Caribbean, I'm Jamaican myself. They had oxtail, they had curried goat, they had grilled snapper, they had all kind of to me Jamaican treats or Caribbean treats at the different station, rice and peas, fried plantains. I thought I was in heaven. The food was good. And part of the reason is because they have Jamaican chefs there, which is very nice to hear that they have more West Indian chefs at the restaurant. So the quality of the food you get tastes very, very Caribbean to me. And I do like that the food tastes very good and not just bland. So I like that. So the fact that I was there on Caribbean night, I didn't need a reservation and I got there after 4. The problem is there's limited restaurants, I would say, and you need a reservation to go to the restaurant. So if you didn't if I arrived Saturday, I wouldn't have gotten into a restaurant on Saturday because there were like 90% occupancy. So if you don't book one in time, you won't get one. So I couldn't make a reservation on Saturday, and then on Sunday, all the reservations were already gone because people Saturday made a reservation for Sunday. So all I could get was a reservation for Monday at Calabash, which was a Caribbean infused restaurant, which was very good. But the thing is, there's just not enough reservations for guests arriving. So Sunday I ate at the buffet, and it was like really American buffet. There was nothing good about the buffet. It was just food to eat. I was very disappointed that they didn't really have anything there that I really liked at the buffet for dinner. So to me, that's I wish they, had more restaurants than just the buffet that was open, or had more variety of food in the restaurant for the buffet. The first day we got there, we were looking for towels, and I don't know, maybe by 9-10 o'clock, all the towels are gone. It just took a long time to find towels. I guess, the guy in the front desk said people take the towels when they go on excursions and they just use a lot of towels. But I just felt that I've never gone to a resort that I couldn't find a beach towel when I wanted a beach towel. So that was something that I didn't really like. There was lots of seaweed on the beach, and I must say that they were constantly cleaning the seaweed, but it was just a lot. I've never seen so much seaweed in St. Lucia, and it was a little bit disappointed, but the water was very warm. We went in the water because some sections didn't really have a lot of seaweeds, but some really had more seaweed. So yeah, I just went to the section that didn't have seaweed, but there was a seaweed problem at this particular resort. And something I didn't like, but it's not up to me, the cost for COVID tests. The way the resort is, if you stay 5 days and more, the COVID test is free. But if you're staying under 5 days, I only stayed 3 nights. I had to pay for my COVID test, and it was $100 per person. So it's a bad for me because I don't like to pay for COVID tests. I already paid to come to the resort. I don't think I want to pay for a COVID test. The good. The good is that there is 3 resorts in one. You know, you have Serenity, which is to me all luxury, romantic. That's the place to go if you're a couple and you want a great experience. You have Harmony, which is the 18 and above. So you're going with people and you don't want to be on the kids side, but they're close. But on the Harmony side, the kids can't come over there, and there's specific pool that's adult only. So if you really don't want to see kids and you stay on the Harmony side, you won't see them. They're 10 minutes from the airport, which is a definite plus. You don't have to go on a long ride to get to the resort. They have 1 mile of beach, and I loved it because I walked the beach, and there were so many hidden places that you could hang out that no one was around. So I like the fact that there is a long stretch of beach, so you can actually walk the beach and just find lots of different places to stay. They have a water park, which is the largest on the island. So not a lot of resorts do have a water park. So it was nice. I went on the lazy river, but I didn't go down the slides because I didn't want to get my hair wet. There's a kids playground, which is good. So they have supervised play area for kids, so you can check your kids in if you want a little adult moment. So that is good that they have a kids playground. They also had some animals there. It's like they have a little petting zoo there. There's all kind of sports activity you can do. There's tennis, basketball. I like the fact that they had a lot of entertainment. They had reggae bands come in. They had a carnival type entertainment on Saturday, which I thought was good. The food tasted really good for me. I liked the taste of the food. I was very pleased with the food most of the food that I ate. I hanged out. I ate 3 or 4 times at the jerk tree hut because I just thought the food was good. The jerk chicken, the jerk pork. They had festival, but they were too small. They were just too hard. It was too dry. They had plantains. I didn't really care for the fish there, but the pork and the chicken, they were on point. And they had rice and peas and plantains to go with that. I was in heaven. As I said, a lively entertainment all day, and during the day they had really good entertainment. I played pool bingo. I mean, there was just a lot to do. And what I want to do now is just to share my screen. Where do I want to go? I am going to try to pull up this video I want to show you. I made a video of my stay and I wanted to share with you. Give me a second. Give me a second. I'm not good with technology. I had it all sorted out, and now I can't find it. Chrome tab. Okay, so that was my little video clip of oh, this is playing again. Okay, YouTube, that's for you. So that was my overall things that happened to me while I was in at Coconut Bay. I really, really liked the resort a lot. I mean, you showed a video of my room. My room, it doesn't look bad on the surface. It was clean. There was nothing wrong with it. I just prefer a little bit more luxury when I travel, and that's all. So if I'm booking next time, probably I would be at Serenity versus Harmony, and spend more money and get a more luxurious service. But we're here to talk about destination wedding, and I do think this resort is perfect if you're thinking about a family-friendly destination wedding. There's direct flight from a lot of places to St. Lucia. They're offering more flights now, especially if you're coming from New York. It's easy to get to. They have a lot of wedding packages, and I posted the wedding packages in the group. So if you want more information on their wedding package, please reach out to me. You know, most of the times, this is not a resort you can book like online. You have to book through the resort, or you can contact me. I can help you arrange for, the room and the groups, because you have to actually really go to the resort to get all that done. And I can contact the wedding coordinator for you and get all that done. But I like the packages they have because they include live entertainment and DJ within their package. And I think they're reasonably priced. So if you're really, and the two locations that I like the best was the gazebo that I showed you, which is very nice. You overlook the water. And also they have the beach location, which is very, very private. And what they'll do, because it's on the beach, so people don't walk through the sand to get to the beach location, they take you on a little golf cart. So all the guests will be traveling by golf cart to the wedding location, and everything would be right there. They have a space for a bonfire, and then they will do this, everything, the ceremony, the cocktail, and the reception would all be in one place. And it's very private because people are not walking through there. Because a lot of people, when you're looking for, wedding destination and picking the right resort, the issue is privacy. You don't want people walking by in bathing suit while you're there at a reception. So the thing is, you want, little privacy. And that place, I think, is just so beautiful. It's right off the beach. And it would be this other location, but those are the two locations that I would say would be ideal for you to have that beachy feel. Wedding would be those two locations. As I said before, I posted the information in the group the link to what the different wedding packages include. If you have any questions on Coconut Bay Beach Resort, please reach out to me if you have any questions. If you want to go there for your honeymoon or a special anniversary trip, I think Serenity would be a perfect place for you to stay. It has everything you would want, and you'll be catered to hand and foot. While I was in St. Lucia, I also went to, I stayed at Sandals, Regency La Toc. Sandals have 3 resorts there on island. They're all adults only. So that's the only thing I would say. I wish Sandal had like a beach resort. I mean, like a beaches there, which is a family resort, because it would give people options. They have 3 adult resort. They're about 20 minutes apart, but they're about 100 and an hour 20 minutes from the airport. So they're further up north. This resort is down south. So this is right as you get to the airport. Sandals is way up there. So I will do a live and talk about my experience at Sandals Resort. You know, the reason why I like also Sandals Resort as a wedding destination, because you have 3 resorts that is, you stay at 1, play at 3, which I love. You can take your shuttle back and forth. At Sandals Grand, they have the over the water. So if you're looking for over water Serenity Chapel, Sandals Resort have that in St. Lucia. They have over the water bungalows. So if you're looking for a high-end luxury experience, Sandals have that also. The room category are massive. You know, there's like 15 room categories. So if you want swim out room, if you want a tub on your patio, you can have that. You know, there's, if you want a room up on the bluff, which is on the hill and looking out on the ocean, they have that available. They have 2-story apartments, or it feels like apartment. You have living room, dining room, you know, bedroom. So they do offer you a lot of stuff. And I do like that I was able to get dining there more easily. There's other restaurants I could choose from if I didn't have a reservation. A reservation, you know, it was hard to get, but I did get my reservation, and I did get what I wanted. Like I asked for certain things and I got it. Like I met a Jamaican chef. I told him I wanted ackee and saltfish for breakfast. Next day, I had ackee and saltfish for breakfast. So it's just the resorts are different, the service is different, but it all depends on what you want to pay for and what's important to you. For me, I like experience and I like luxury and I like to be treated like I'm the queen, which I am, because if you go on vacation, who wants to go on vacation not being treated special? That's the reason why you go on vacation. So that's all I have for you today. As I said, if you have any questions about going to St. Lucia, because I've been there a lot of times, I can definitely help you if you have any questions on where to stay, where to go, you know, if you have any questions. That also, if you're planning your destination wedding and you need help planning, please reach out to me. I can definitely help you, either point you in the right direction or even help you with planning it if you want a professional wedding planner to help you. So thank you so much for tuning in. Until next time, have a good day.